What's going on everyone, Ollelito back here with a brand new tutorial on the channel. I know you guys love these types of tutorials, and I was like, now when I don't really have a lot of stuff to do because we don't really have a lot of tournaments left of the season, I was like, okay, I'm going to really go hard on YouTube. So let me know down in the comments before this video starts, whatever you guys want to see on the channel. I will try to get as many videos out for you guys as possible, but trying to stay consistent with it. I don't want to post 5 videos one week and then one the next week, but these tutorials is, I mean, I wouldn't say life-changing, but I think it's helping a lot of you guys, as I've seen on the comments. So if you like this type of videos, comment something nice down below, and don't forget to leave a like on this video before we jump into it, because today I will be explaining to you guys a new method that I found out when I played in Dallas, and this is how you build up in EFC 24 but using a bit more of the middle. So let's just jump into today's video. So step number 1 will be to get a central midfielder that has the long ball plus playstyle. And if we look at my team, I have Kevin De Bruyne and I have Toni Kroos, and this is basically because we want to send our fullbacks to have these threats of going forward. So that's step number 1. Please get a central center midfielder in a 4-3-2-1 that has the long ball playstyle plus, and it would be helpful if you actually have a left center mid or right center mid that's playing as a center midfielder that has the ping pass playstyle and also the long ball pass playstyle. So this is the build up. I wanted to start off with me actually using this build up from deep down on my own half of the pitch, if that makes sense, because I've implemented this kind of build up to my personal playstyle because I like to switch a lot, but I felt like, okay, I'm missing something because that can be pretty obvious that I'm switching a lot. So I was like, I need to learn how to play through the middle. So playing through the middle is all about breaking lines. So for example, we start off with Bellingham, and obviously we want to use the L1 pass. If you watch my tutorials in the past, you know that we like to use the L1 pass, or in general the L1 trigger towards the fullbacks to make a threatening run in behind to buy space for ourselves. So starting off with Jude Bellingham here. For example, here then, you see my controller at the top right, I already pressed L1 pass. You see Jude Bellingham is pointing his arm forward, which means he is running in behind. Here, I just take a bit of space. I see what's open with Kai Havertz, and I'm just waiting for him to make a move. If Montaxer, who in this case is one of the best players in the world, one of, you know, the best top players in the world, if he decides to go towards my Van Dijk in this sequence, because obviously I would like to change the play, or change the side of the play, because I have more space on the left here. So if he decides to go on Van Dijk, I can go to either maybe break line between his De Bruyne and Haaland to my Mbappe. Could be a very hard pass though, but the good thing with Havertz is that he has the pinged pass playstyle, which helps with these passes a lot. If Montaxer in this case decides to block off the pass to my Graham Hansen, who is at the top left in the middle there, I just go to Van Dijk and then play it out to Theo. So the thing I do, I see Montaxer he's not really doing either of these two, he's just standing in between. So I'm like, okay, Havertz, ping pass plus playstyle, I can blast this into Graham Hansen. Okay, perfect. But you gotta remind yourself, you already, or me, I already sent Jude in this case, which means that Jude Bellingham will make a very good running behind. So here I have a lot of space. I can pass this into R9, I can pass it into, you can't really see him, but I can pass it into Kylian Mbappe, who is at the bottom right. And the thing I do, I find Kylian Mbappe here. And if you look, you can't really see it because my face cam is hiding it, but Bellingham is running next to his Theo Hernandez here. We just play Bellingham in behind, makes a very good run out of this, and we are automatically on his half of the pitch. But what would we do to create this chance? We go back. Okay, first of all, we break the line between Kevin De Bruyne and R9. And breaking these lines is essential if you want to be able to be good at playing through the middle in terms of your build-up. And this was also why I suggested you guys to get a player that either has ping pass playstyle or the long ball pass playstyle. Or in general, now I actually play with Kroos and De Bruyne, so this is a bit of an old clip. But Havertz has ping pass. This is why this pass is so accurate to Graham Hansen. Once again, we break the line between R9 and De Bruyne. Here again, we break the line between De Bruyne and Toni Kroos. As you see, my Mbappe is open. You can't see him on the screen, but he will receive the ball now. And here, we automatically have Jude Bellingham running in behind. We time it perfectly. And this is how you basically... This is a perfect play, how you build up in EFC 24. Here, you know, I have Mbappe. If I want to go back, let's see what happens. I didn't do anything there. But that's in general how you build up through the middle. You want to break these lines when you're trying to build up through the middle on FC 24. So, once again, we are at the moment on our own half. You see, I already sent Theo at the top left corner of the screen as he's pointing his hand forward, which means he is making a good running behind. So, we start off breaking the line between his Vitinha and his R9, finding the pass into Kevin De Bruyne. Here I have a lot of time because his midfielders are not on the brain and I can do really whatever I want. The thing I like to do though in build-up when I especially want to go through the middle is that I like to have a high pace kind of tempo through the middle, because if I'm, you know, touching a lot of touches on the ball, that makes the run more obvious, because that seems like, okay, he's just waiting for this player to get in behind. But if I keep the ball moving, he doesn't know what I'm about to do. So the thing I do, I pass Havertz very, very quickly here, and I see at the top left, okay, I can't find Theo Hernandez here at the top left, but I'm like, okay, I don't really need to do that yet because he is not really in a good position yet to be able to do this. And if I have Toni Kroos, at the moment, Toni Kroos should get this pass instead of Havertz. Toni can just blast this with L1 triangle towards Theo Hernandez because he has the long ball plus playstyle. The thing I do instead though, is that I find the R1 pass towards Kylian Mbappé, but Montaxer obviously read this really, really early. He knows that the threatening run is on the left side of the pitch, but it doesn't matter because the pass is so good from Mbappé. I automatically get a bit of space, and from here I need to wait for support, obviously. I didn't really create something from this either, but this is an easy way to get to your opponent's half of the pitch by using the triggers of the wingbacks and also playing through the middle when you have players that has the long ball plus playstyle and the ping pass. So yes, in this sequence, it's all about, once again, breaking the lines. Obviously, I'm not really doing this kind of play. If you look at Rudiger's position here, the thing I could have done, and I think that can work, is that I can find Mbappé in between the line of his Antoine Griezmann and his Kylian Mbappé. To find Mbappé, but also having Theo Hernandez running on the wing. And this also creates a 2v1, which basically means either he goes on my Mbappé, then I pass it to Theo Hernandez, or he decides to cover Theo, then I create some space for my Kylian Mbappé. So it's all about creating this 2v1 on the wing. The thing I do here though, is that I'm not rushing it, because if I lose the ball in this kind of position, when Theo is moving upwards, yeah, it's basically only Van Dijk and Rudiger that are the defensive players at the moment in the back line, then I will get countered very heavily, and you will concede a lot of goals if you're not really having patience. Basically, that's the key. So I find the pass breaking the line between his Griezmann and Kylian Mbappé, which is perfect. Here again, Theo, I don't really have the time to play Theo in behind there. I could have done it maybe on a first touch, L1 triangle, but I'm like, okay, just slow it down a bit. We find the pass perfectly between his Jude Bellingham and his Kylian Mbappé to my Mbappé. And here I have time, because Theo is going to move backwards as he is offside at the moment. But the thing I do then, I have Musiala, who is in a great position at the moment. I could have played Haaland in behind first touch here as well. But then again, I'm leading 3-2. I don't really want to take too much risk. I'm leading the game and I don't really need to at the moment. So the thing I do then, I just try to play it slow. This pass shouldn't be to Toni Kroos, because here, when I've been going middle a lot of times, I can't really, you know, keep on forcing it middle. It needs to go out to a fullback. So the defensive AI of the opponent needs to go over, and then I can switch side again through the middle. So for example, if I go down to the left here, I pass De Bruyne, then I can do L1 triangle to the other side to open up spaces for me to basically keep the ball in when it's only 10 minutes left. So the thing I do once again, you see how I will break the lines. Again, I send Toni Kroos because I know I need a player that's making a threatening run. And then at the same time, you see, I break the line between his Bellingham and his Cancelo, who I believe is the left back for him at the moment. So the thing I do, I have plenty of time here with Araujo. I already knew that I sent Toni Kroos early in build-up, which means that Toni Kroos will make a very, very good run. I turn away from his center back, and at the same time, you see Toni Kroos hand forward, which means he's running in a straight line towards my opponent's goal. So once again, Toni Kroos here, very, very good run. And this, I could have passed this early. I could have passed R9, then into Musiala, but I decided earlier, okay, I think that this guy won't really go on me, so I'm deciding to go for myself. Here again, I should have done Borod Trivela. Unfortunately, I choked this chance, but this is a great way how you build up by playing it through the middle, but also breaking the lines of the opponent is the key if you want to master how to play through the middle on this game. And the last clip for this video will obviously be me showing you how you basically find your offensive fullback, because in this formation as well, I didn't really tell you guys about it, but I play one fullback on balance and the other fullback on stay back. So in this case, my Theo is on stay back and my Bellingham is on right back. But I think you guys noticed that because it's mainly Bellingham that I want to attack with, as he is really, really good going forward, especially as a right back. And he also has that ping pass, which is very, very good, finding the lines between my opponent's, left CM and center midfielder, to find the pass in between there, to find my Mbappé to be able to get to space. So in this attack, I'm sending Jude Bellingham very, very early. You see L1 pass with Bellingham soon, L1 pass now. You see, Bellingham starts to make the run. So then I know for myself, okay, Bellingham is going to make a really, really good run in behind. So the thing I do, I just need to wait for Bellingham. But I notice very quickly when I look at the minimap, I have my R9 on mixed attack. So I don't really have him on getting behind, which means he will drop in between my opponent's defenders here and create a pocket of space for himself to turn with. Because you see, there's no one close to R9 and I can just turn and then attack my opponent's goal. And this is also a very, very important thing. De Bruyne ping pass makes this pass very, very easily between his Toni Kroos and his Renato. And by one pass, by me finding the pass from Bellingham, send him back, then into my CM, I mean, I beat this whole midfield with one pass by having just patience. So I find De Bruyne, then I find R9. Okay, here I decided to send my Kylian Mbappé, but I don't really want Kylian Mbappé to run towards the wing because obviously my Bellingham, as you see at the bottom middle right of the screen, is already making a good running behind. So I do a creative run by pressing L1 towards Bellingham and then flicking the right stick towards the direction I want him to run with. So Bellingham, or not Bellingham, my bad, Mbappé makes a run now in between his Araujo and Alderweireld here. So the thing I do, I take a touch towards the right because I know I sent Bellingham early in build-up, which means that he will make a good run in behind, which he does in the sequence. I find Bellingham on a perfect run. Now I just let it play. Here again, if this pass goes through to Haaland, it's 1-0. It's guaranteed goal against a great player who is Fellman in this case, one of the best players in Europe. Then I get myself a corner. On corners, we are... I've been practicing a lot of corners lately. I mean, copy this corner if you want. Now we go first post, then I just decide to go back post. Easy goal, and we score the first one in this game, mainly because I break the lines through my opponent. Instead of just switching it, I take it from right back into center back, then try to find my central center midfielder. And if you have space there, you can just wait until your right back or left back is running in behind. If the opponent reads it, then you just play through his midfield, find any of the strikers in the 4-3-2-1 formation, and then attack from there. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you guys liked it, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and try it out for yourself. Obviously, it was very, very hard for me to do it at the beginning when I tried to learn it, but now I feel free-flowing in terms of how I build up, because if I feel like my opponent is not reading the switch a lot, I just switch it a lot of times, obviously, as you guys know. And if I feel like my opponent is reading the switch very early, I just play it from the wing back into the center back, then trying to find my center midfielder who has long ball plus playstyle or ping plus pass playstyle to play through the middle to the striker, or a long ball L1 triangle to the right back or to the left back. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and if you feel like it's working, let me know that in the comments. See you soon. Peace.